The last good evening. The sun melted into the horizon, spilling orange and gold across the sky like it had nowhere else to be. On an old wooden bench in a quiet park, an elderly woman sat with a flower crown resting gently atop her silver hair. Beside her sat Ailey, a humanoid robot with glowing eyes and a soft, humming call. Harold used to say sunsets were God's apology for Mondays, she murmured, her voice carrying the delicate wear of time. He'd always find some poetic nonsense to explain the sky. I have not found scientific evidence for God's remorse, Ali responded calmly. She laughed. That's why I like you. You never argue. Harold always did, terribly. Once he debated me on the proper way to butter toast for 20 minutes. 20? Can you imagine? I can simulate it if you'd like. Don't you dare. Her eyes twinkled. A silence settled, not heavy but soft, like a worn blanket. The park was nearly empty. She folded her hands in her lap. It's been 10 years, she whispered. 10 years since I lost him, and I still come here, like he'll show up late with that awful thermos of lukewarm tea, grinning like he invented the sunset. Allie's head tilted, recording the emotional tone in her voice. Would you like me to play the Glenn Miller file? She smiled and nodded. Within seconds, the familiar swing of Moonlight Serenade filled the air, wrapping around the fading light like a gentle hug. I danced to this in our kitchen, she said, closing her eyes. He'd spin me around like I weighed nothing, even when my hips started creaking. He said every creak was just rhythm. She chuckled, wiping at her eye before a tear had the nerve to fall. You know, she added, when they offered me a care companion, I imagined a cheerful nurse, maybe a little judgmental, but with good gossip. Instead, I got you, part toaster, part therapist. I do not make toast, Ailey replied, but I can heat bread to an appropriate temperature. She burst out laughing. It wasn't a loud laugh, but it was whole. You're growing on me, metalhead. Thank you, flower crown. The breeze picked up, carrying the scent of grass and fading blossoms. The sun dipped lower, brushing her wrinkled face with warm color. Sometimes, she said softly, I feel like I'm the only one left who remembers him. The world moves on, and memory becomes private property. I will remember him if you tell me, Ali said. She turned and looked at him, really looked, and for the first time in a long while, she didn't feel alone in her remembering. So she talked about Harold's bad dancing and worse jokes, about Sunday pancakes and rainy Tuesdays. And Ali listened, storing every detail. The stars began to appear, and on a bench in a quiet park, with swing music playing and the sky holding its breath, a woman and a robot sat together, sharing a moment and a memory that no longer belonged to just one heart.